I'm on the way home. I think it's March 9. It's the 8th day of war between Israel, US, and Iran. And I must say, Lebanon as well. And I'm at Rothschild Avenue. Rothschild Avenue, it's the first two streets actually of Tel Aviv, and we will see it soon. Sadly, nothing almost left from the first buildings. This is a little bit sad, isn't it? But because Tel Aviv was established in 1909, that we had cameras, then at least we do have pictures of it. Today you can see that around it, there's so many skyscrapers. And that was unbelievable, the highest skyscraper in the Middle East until the 1980s. Can you believe it? It's a beautiful place. Usually it's full with people, especially at weekend. But because of wartime, a lot of the people or are working or are very close to the shelter. A siren was on 20 minutes ago, was at Neve Tzedek. I took a video of it. But who knows? Who knows? The government of Iran are crazy people. You know, there's terrorist people, just like Gaza, for example. Same terrorists. Actually, the Gaza are the babies of Iran. They used to do whatever Iran told me to do because Iran decided to destroy Israel. And so many of your friends were part of the Free Palestine movement, which is supported by Iran. And the people who support pro-Palestine or been part of those movements are pro-terrorists. Okay, then. First kiosk of Tel Aviv. This is funny. This is funny. First of all, Herzl Street. Herzl is the visionary guy who's actually the CEO of the Zionist movement. Thanks to him, Israel is here, alive and kicking. And, all right, red light, but no cars. Then, more or less here, we established Tel Aviv. One of the first laws of Tel Aviv was not to have shops. Then you will see that in most of Rothschild Avenue, there are no shops. In that area, you will find few of them. Kiosk. Kiosk, it's an obvious thing. You need to drink, but no alcohol. Then this is the first kiosk. Original one. Beautiful boulevard, isn't it? In 1948, the United Nations declared of two countries, Israel, after many years without independence, and the Arabic Palestine, because Palestine it's the name of Israel, but the Arabs who went here wanted a country for themselves, and sadly they got it. Then in that case, they had to choose a name for that. Jordan was already taken, which is actually part of Palestine as well. Then they decided to use the word Palestine, although Arabs cannot say Pa. They call it Palestine. And then in 1948, the new government of Israel knew that if they will declare of their independence in a place without shelter, the Arabs might bomb that. And they choose that building that used to be the first mayor building, Dizengoff. You can see he's Dizengoff riding the horse, and he's got underground floor. Then they secretly declare of their independence. If I'm talking about secretly, if you want to see the original building, that I don't want to die, and I try not to die. That's how it used to be, and that's how most of the houses were. In 1909, later on, they built another floor. That's 1930. And look at the roof, 1931, 1933, 46. That's the Independence area. You can see Ben Gurion. And now they are renovating it. Now, it was so secret, then only thousands of Israelis were here. One of them was my mother. Now, she was here as well. Secret. Nothing is secret in Israel. And it actually brings us to a very important place. But look at the Bauhaus houses. Bauhaus, it's usually from 1930 and up. And in this place, we had kind of an election lottery. Two people got two seashells. One with the name of the family, and the other one it's the number of the place, the ground that they have to build their houses on. You can see a little bit of it, building the houses. Remember the first skyscraper? That used to be university. And we are standing right here. That's where the water, that's where they found the water. Because, you know, without water, you cannot actually reach it. What left from the water is now that nice place. And that was the fire headquarters. And guess which building was the first to be burned down in Tel Aviv? Of course. Today, I think it belongs to Google, or some of it belongs to Google. Golda, it's the Starbucks of ice cream. There are better ice cream in Israel than Golda. Well, as you can understand, the people of Israel are not afraid from the Iranian missiles. It can destroy places. Sadly, few hundred were wounded, but most of them, because they ran to the shelter instead of walked to the shelter. We are getting kind of a message that the Iranian launched some missiles into Israel. More or less, a few minutes later, we know exactly where they are aiming. And then, when we hear the siren, we have 1.5 minutes to find a place to. And the funny thing here, which I didn't know that it can happen, that telephone, I was taking a video of Neve Tzedek, another neighborhood of Tel Aviv, and something happened to the telephone. I didn't understand what's happening. And then I saw the people walking to the shelter. It actually was kind of a message. Although you are taking a video, something is happening now. Then follow the people. And I did. Now look at that beautiful buildings. First of all, you can see two superheroes, Super Mario and Spider-Man. But this is a beautiful building. They had a wonderful, really wonderful restaurant here. But because of the situation, not of the war, because they're building here the light rail, there are less people in that area, and they decided to move from here. It was breakfast 24 hours a day from all over the world. But that building is unbelievable. It used to be one of the first hotels in Tel Aviv. And we are crossing now Allenby Street. Allenby Street is the only street, I think, in Israel, not only in Tel Aviv, that by law you cannot change the name. Allenby is the general, the British general who occupied the city from the Turkish that occupied the city as well, the land of Israel as well, and ruled for 400 years. Then here they are building now the light rail. And soon, I'm living not so far away from here. Soon I will be able to use it. Soon in Israel it can be 10 years from now. Ooh, a lovely, good coffee place. In my mind, I'm always thinking about where are the bomb shelter if something will happen. But I realized that people knows where it is. Then I will follow them. I will follow them. Even McDonald's looks different in Rothschild Avenue. More trendy. I must say that that McDonald's is not kosher, but in Jerusalem you can find kosher McDonald's, no cheeseburger. And look at that ugly building of one of the banks of Israel, but because they got the permit to build it, they had to renovate the building that you can see in front of you, which is an original building that was kind of a very important place. This is the center of Judaism and a funeral house. If someone died, they used to go out from here. The first, the cemetery was far away at Jaffa, and later on they built another one which is not so far away from my house. You can see the bicycle lane, and each part of Rothschild Avenue is a little bit different. Look at those trees here and trees here. Then it looks the same, but it's actually not. All right, green light. Wait, there are so many beautiful buildings that I want you to see. I'm wearing a coat, but I must say that it's quite hot now. This is the best season to be in Israel. I was supposed to guide a couple for 10 days now. And of course, they couldn't reach Israel. Before we will talk about that place, I want that bus number 82 to move, because behind it is Legenda. There's not a lot of Legendas. I think there's only two in Tel Aviv. But this is an excellent ice cream place, gelato, really good. If you're talking about Golda and that Legenda. And that building is so beautiful. It's a private house of, as you can understand, rich Jews, and it's beautiful because the roof is open, and then you can build a sukkah for the tabernacles first. I forgot the name of it. The communist Russia, USSR, yeah. That was the embassy of them in Israel, and then they decided that we are not good for them. Then, for so many years, we had no relationship with Russia. Bauhaus, international style. It's actually started in the 1930s all over the world, especially in Germany. But Hitler didn't like it because it was too simple for him, and they kicked them out of Germany, and a lot of them were Jewish people that decided to come to here, together with so many other Jews who had no other choice but to come to Israel without any penny. And the Bauhaus style was excellent idea. First of all, it was built with cement, which was cheaper than blocks. And the idea was to build houses, so functional houses. Inside the house, you can do whatever you want, but outside the house, it must be very simple. And what's beautiful to see in that hotel It's not only the great restaurant that is not open now because economically it's not worth it in that war, but they built another wing right there. Look at that. They added it to it, but if I wouldn't tell you that it's there, you couldn't see it. And the idea is not to hide the beautiful facade of the Bauhaus. And I have to go back to my lane. See the ficus trees here. I love Rothschild Avenue. As you can see, there are not a lot of shops, and soon you won't see them at all. This is the stock market area, and you can see a lot of the banks here. It's unbelievable. It's wartime. Can you believe it? Guys, if I didn't say it now, free Iran, European. I know that it's difficult for you because you've been occupied by the Muslims around you, but they need their freedom. They are totally not part of the regime that controls them. Then it's like two different things, the people and the region. You might ask me, then what about Gaza? The regime and the people are the same terrorists. There's no differences between those two movements. Then in that case, yes, I love people, but I don't love them, not yet. Now, too many scooters here, they actually say that no one is using it. Usually it's this where the Tel Aviv likes to use it. It's fast, it's cheap, it's dangerous. Oh, look at that building. Remember renovations, it's especially in Rothschild Avenue, which is a historical place, it's not so easy. Then they had to renovate that building if they wanted to build the other two buildings to the right and to the left. Let me show it to you. It's a regional building from that street. It's so rare to find it. And one more Bauhaus building, which is beautiful. You see, functional houses, balconies for the sun, not big, not a big windows. And you can see there's kind of a firm around it to create a little bit of shade. The balcony is there. You can see the stripes there and, to add a little bit of breeze into the house. So it's a different kind of part. And we are reaching to one of my most favorite places here in Rothschild. Why it's shaking? Don't shake. As a child, my father used to live in that neighborhood, and one of those buildings were cinema hall. It's called Sderot. Sderot, it's Boulevard in English, and that's the name of that place, Rothschild Boulevard, Sderot, Rothschild. And he used to tell me that he was naughty. He entered to the cinemas through the windows of the restrooms. Then he entered to watch the movie without paying a ticket. Tel Aviv of all time. All right. 2 kiosks in that part. One is with some people. The other one is full with them. What's the difference? The first one is kosher. Then it's not open on Friday night and Saturday. But the busiest days here are Friday and Saturday. Then in that matter, less people are sitting here, although it's quite a good coffee. and more people are sitting there, which is not kosher. Not that you can find there, I don't know, pork, but it's open on Shabbat. Very trendy, those kiosks. If we are talking about the Bauhaus building, the first Bauhaus building, or international style, architecture style, is right there. Beautiful building. You know what, let me show it to you from the facade. This is not the facade of it, but we have to wait. Oh, look at them. Now I know it's wartime, because they're adding more flags of Israel here. Can I cross it? Yay! I used to live in that building for 11 months. Right there. That's where I used to live, but look how beautiful it is. Functional, not a lot of decoration, very simple. That's why UNESCO declared of that country as the white country of it. They have a parking place as well. All right, you're a witness for that. Now I know that we are in a war. Flags of Israel will be all over Tel Aviv. You know what? I love it. Makes me happy. I wish that it could actually add to here the flag of Iran, but the free Iran, not the terrorist flag of Iran. Let me cross it. Yes, yes. Although he had to stop. Another part of Rothschild Avenue. A flag of Tel Aviv as well. Yay! Hey, hey, Israel! Hey, hey, Israel! Hallelujah! The other side already did it. Oh, that is a beautiful building. It's totally not a Bauhaus. Look how beautiful it is, and look at the statue at the second floor. Can I cross it without that? Yes, I can. Guys, I think you got the message. If you will continue until the end, I will reach Habima Square. I took some videos of it and the shelter, the bomb shelter, that is part of the parking lot. We'll upload it, I think, tomorrow, today or tomorrow. If it's the first video of mine, then please don't forget to subscribe. I do have more than almost 22,000 videos. And my friend, because of the situation, there are no tourists. If you want to support my channel and me, look at the next to it, you will find the shape of a heart. It's called Super Thanks. And at the description, you will find 2 more links of Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal. I will bless each one of you And if you want me to light a candle for you at the church, if you want me to put a note for you at the western wall, the Wailing Wall, just write a note and I will do that. And yeah, oh, I wanted to see no, every place here is different. I wanted to see the French game, which I always forget the name of it, but you might recognize it. The city hall built them few yards for his play yard. Oh, look at that. I'm sure that they know what they are doing. And I always ask myself, how do they know that that ball is theirs? Because it looks the same one. Yeah. Petang. They built it in 1993. As you can see, different kind of trees. Thank you very much for being with me in those moments. Thanks God that in the last 26 minutes we had no siren. Beautiful. Just a beautiful garden. We are crossing now Schenken Street. Look at that building. Then thank you very much for being with me here. Soon I will turn left and we'll go to drink, guess what? My coffee. Oh, I think, I'm almost sure, but no, it's not. I know that a rocket actually rocked that place a few days ago. I'm not sure that that building been destroyed because of it or they are renovating it. But I won't be surprised if it's been hit by one of the missiles or part of the missiles. No, they are renovating it. I know that something happened here that let's continue 2 more houses because I saw a picture of one of the places that I know. Then let's see, and then we will say goodbye. Do you see something special here? Because the picture was of that building. Broken windows. No. Although I must say that those 2 windows looks very new. Let's look at that building. You can see that he is doing something. Maybe that building was hit. It's not that the rocket that hit, you know, when the aftershock of it, it actually broke my window last time. That can be the result of it. But again, I'm not sure because you know it looks like they're renovating the building anyhow. And the other places here, nothing happened to them. Oh, you know what? If I'm here, let me show you my most beautiful Bauhaus building. And you know what? Let's continue another few minutes until we will reach the culture square of Habima. Then you will understand what I'm talking about. There's so many statues, street statues. Here, this is of a coffee mug. This is the building that I love. Totally Bauhaus houses. To save electricity, you can see that right there, it's the stairs and big windows, and we do have too much sun, then you don't need to use electricity. I'm wearing a coat like it's, I don't know, 2 degrees now, but I don't want to stop taking that video. People are working, but not me. Well, that is kind of a work. And one more thing, yeah, the schools are not open. It's a little bit dangerous for that. Then think about a couple with 4 kids. They cannot work anyhow. Playground for their children. It looks like the granny is helping his daughter. One more part of Rothschild, and then you can say that you've been from Rothschild 1 until the end of it, and we will say goodbye. Now I know that if I will hear the siren on, I know exactly where is the bomb shelter. So you can see every part of Rothschild is totally different. And this is my favorite part because it's very close to my house. They will plant grass here, but that place is not good for that. Then every year they are doing the same mistake instead of doing something else, and you will see what I think we can have here. Why grass is not good for that place? It's too hot. You need grass needs a lot of water. But there are so many other solutions, and soon you will see them. Don't go away. If we're talking about statue, remember there are so many street statues outside, and outdoors statues. This is one of them. What? Yeah, foundation of Micha Ullman, which I must say that I love. The idea is that Tel Aviv, if you will excavate that place, you won't find a lot of history, not a lot of archaeology, not a lot of finds. Then he said, I will build a building here, but from the ground to the underground. And in about, let's say, 100 years, they will excavate here and they will find something in Tel Aviv. That area used to be an orchard area for so many years. Another thing that I love very much, is those kind of book places. People are bringing their books from their houses, and what they don't know is that for me, the history book are amazing. For them, it's like, another book that my father used to buy. Then from time to time, I'm finding here so many things. I stopped buying books, and I'm using it when I do have time to read, especially at railway. They have stations, they have the same thing. All right, it's artificial, but it's beautiful. And look at the fruit trees, the orchard trees. Remember, it used to be an orchard area? That's how they are supposed to do that. And people are sitting here now, a little bit less, enjoy the sun. And although it's in the middle of the street, it's still, you can feel the relaxation time here as well. Then, if the city hall wants to know what to do, they know what to do. You know that in those 34 minutes that you're watching and I'm taking that video, I didn't read about what's happening now in Israel. I don't know what's happening in the last half an hour, but this is beautiful. You can see here one of the culture squares. This is Habima, National Theater, excellent theater. And in front of you, it's the Philharmonic Hall, both of them kind of a Bauhaus style. And I have to wait and look at that beautiful statue here. The plaza itself is a kind of outdoor plaza without shade, and this is a problem. No shade in Israel. It's a problematic place, but in that kind of weather, which is not so hot but lovely sun, then you can see a lot of people are sitting here. They have another reason to sit here, but before that, let's talk about that beautiful place. That part represents Tel Aviv before they built it. To the sea, next to the sea, you can see the sand, the sea sand that children can play, and then natural plants that you can find in Tel Aviv next to the sea. A little bit of kind of orchard trees, which is another story of Tel Aviv. And the modern part of Tel Aviv is like colorful, very European, and you can see the flowers right there. And that actually represents Tel Aviv. The reason so many people are sitting here is that this is a parking lot of Habima and the Philharmonic Hall, Hal HaTarbut. And but at wartime, it's a bomb shelter. You can actually sleep there. There are restrooms, showers. You can take a shower, and when you hear the siren, or when you are getting the message that a siren will be on soon, then people are entering slowly into it. I took a video of it. I'm sure that you watched it, guys. 36 minutes without a siren, and to end the story. Few months ago, we brought back all the people, all the Israelis that were kidnapped by the terrorists of Gaza, those Free Palestine movement, and some of them been killed, murdered, butchered by them. Some of them were alive, and I don't know why we didn't actually. It's like. It's history now. We don't need it anymore. But I think it's kind of a reminder that around us, there are so many ugly people. And sadly, in Europe and America, there are so many people who, for those horrible people. I cannot understand your friends in America. I cannot understand your friends in Europe. How silly they can be. Let me show you another coffee place of mine. And I'm very close to my house. Usually it's very crowded. I don't think it's crowded now, but remember the aftershock of a bomb that fell in that area. Then one of the windows of Habima, the National Theatre, was broke. You can see it in front of you. This is the best time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.